Hey y'all, welcome to Shutter's Full Podcast, where we talk with creators, dreamers, and doers who are chasing purpose and building something meaningful.
It's not about what you do, it's why you do it. And today's guest is Collins Horton.
That's me.
That's you.
That is me.
We've been talking about you for every single episode we've recorded so far.
I'm so sorry.
It's really...
I'm so sorry.
I don't know why.
Can't get away from
We just
it.
keep talking about you. So we're like, we should have you as our first guest. So that's what we're doing.
Most of the times it's people talking trash about me. So
We did talk trash.
I was going to
This
say,
mixed up
I
here.
probably should not have assumed it was positive. Yes.
It was a 50-50 mix.
It's
pretty good.
50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's better than average, actually. So I'll take it.
Welcome to the podcast, Collins Horton. For those of you listening, Collins Horton is my big brother. He's a singer-songwriter, super talented. We are honored to have him on the show. Talk crap with him today.
I love it. Talk crap.
About crap with him
That's
and
so
about
great.
him.
And we're going to have Alisa do some rapid fire first.
Yes.
Oh.
These are some off-the-cuff questions I texted Brittany last night.
Oh.
Okay, are you ready?
Curious.
Why do you think Brittany and I are so beautiful?
Because you are. What other answer is there? God made you that way.
Okay, this is good. This
Yeah.
is good. Why were you so mean to Brittany as a kid?
I was not that mean. I was mean to the guys that she dated, but I wasn't mean to her.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I
particularly.
love that. That's a good brother answer. Okay, when you become famous off of this podcast episode, will you attribute it all to Brittany and I?
Absolutely. I already do. Any success I find, I'm like, it's Alisa.
It's just
and
all us.
Brittany. Yeah.
It's just all us.
It's the women in my life. It's not me.
He actually responded to those a lot better than I thought he
Yeah.
would. Okay.
You're not going to get me to cry today. I'm going to go ahead and
No,
tell
we're
you.
going to.
I will laugh a lot, but I'm not going to cry.
No, we've got some crying ones in here.
Not going to happen.
It's gonna be great. You're
Not gonna
not
happen.
gonna know it's gonna hit you.
Not going to happen.
Now it's like my
I
motive.
just put the veil on. We're good.
For anybody who doesn't know you, which I don't know who doesn't know
I've
you.
already read the question.
Shut your mouth! Don't read my cards.
Well, don't leave them on the table.
Who is
Who
Collins
am
Horton?
I and where did I come from?
Where did you come from? That's not what it said. Who are you and how did you get started in music?
So my name is Collins Horton. I am originally from Mississippi. I've been in music since, I guess I got my first guitar at 12, 13. I grew up with three sisters, so part of my escape, and I mean that in a loving way, was to just lock myself in my room and to figure out how to play this guitar.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, that's before the internet and YouTube and everything else. So, like, you literally just had chord sheets, and I'm not a very intelligent guy, so the fact that I can do it means anybody can do it, especially with YouTube. But I started playing, and as soon as I knew a few chords, I started writing about whatever a 12, 13-year-old writes about, which is,
Skateboards.
yeah, I mean, nothing of any kind. I'm not
Pocket
going to say
knives.
nothing meaningful because 12 and 13-year-olds have a lot to say.
Yeah.
But either way, I just started, writing. And a lot of that, I think, is just learning structure. And then you kind of fast forward through a life. I wanted to go to school at MTSU to go into music business. I got talked out of it. Ended up going to Ole Miss, which I loved, hotty-totty. Went into business school and got out, got a boring corporate job like everybody else. Worked in the wine and booze business for 16, 17 years.
geez.
And then all at once was married. All at once, kind of like the world came crumbling down. Job, marriage, life, everything just kind of crashed on me. And so what do you do when you're literally 6, 7 months away from your 40th birthday? You just start over. So I moved to Nashville. Brittany was kind enough, her and her husband Brad were kind enough to let me move in with them. They had just had their little boy Jonah, who was about 6 months old at that time, moved in to literally, it was like an episode of Full House. And I was Uncle Joey or Uncle
gonna say, who's
Jesse.
Bob Saget?
I guess Uncle Jesse.
You're kind of a mix of
I'm
the
probably
two.
a mix of the two, yeah.
A little goofy,
A
but
little stupid like
cool.
Joey, musically inclined like Jesse. Anyway, moved in with them for about 9-10 months and just kind of figured out what I was going to do next. And luckily the music industry in Nashville, which I was terrified of, terrified. You go out and you move to town and then you start seeing the talent and you're like, holy cow.
It's insane.
I got some work to do.
Yeah.
I got to get better, a lot better. Just put everything I had into it, just like that 12-year-old, just sitting in a room figuring things out. And fast forward almost 4 years now, and I feel like I've kind of found my little corner of the market in Nashville, and the music business has been very good to me. I've talked about this many times, and I've said it, and I will always continue to say it, is the one thing that surprised me the most about being in Nashville, being in the music business, is the people I've gotten to meet.
Yes.
I've gotten to meet some of the best human beings I could ever imagine.
Yeah.
You being one of them.
Yeah.
I already knew that one.
I was going to say, we've talked about this earlier.
Got some history with that one. I've met some of the most amazing human beings besides writers and songwriters, creatives like yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your medium is a lens and capturing that moment, and that's Brittany's. And there's a place for all of us, and that's such a beautiful thing because we're all chasing a dream.
Yeah.
And so we all understand each other, and that's something that was very foreign to me because I always kind of felt like I feel different. I feel
you felt
weird.
alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel very alone, very different. Even in my marriage, like I feel like I just know in my gut I'm made for something different than what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But here I am doing this thing, and then you fast forward, and it's like, oh, that all makes sense now.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to be in Nashville. But, it's all in God's
you
timing,
so.
right?
Yeah. Well, and I think that's that mental transition between being comfortable and safe in whatever job, whatever situation, and to putting yourself
Comfort
out there
is a
and
drug.
taking a risk.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Comfort is a drug, and it will consume you, and it will eat you alive.
It'll kill your dream.
If I can give you any advice right out of the gate, is don't chase comfort.
No.
Comfort is the worst place to be in.
Yeah.
If you're comfortable, you're not doing it right. In my
Amen.
opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't feel scared to death, if you don't feel nervous, if you don't feel what you're reaching for is beyond your grasp, and then you're not reaching far enough.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And
you're
I'm
doing
scared
it.
to death every day. Every day.
Oh,
you know
same.
what I mean? I'm terrified every day.
Yeah.
When you learn that the bottom isn't as hard as they say it is.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I've hit the bottom. I've hit rock bottom. And I bounce, thank God, probably because I'm 230 pounds. But either way, bottom is a scary place. But, it's like the expression goes, once you've hit the bottom, you got nowhere to go but up, and you got a foundation to build on. So build on it.
I love
You
it.
only get to do it once.
Yeah. This life's short.
Swing for the fence.
Remove the fear. Go out and do it.
My only regret is I didn't do it when I was 20 years old.
There's something to be said for later in life, though. You start to not care about what people think. You start to realize what's important, and you just go out and do it.
There is a lot to be said about that in age. I think naturally, the older you get, the less you care about others' opinions.
Yeah.
But especially in the creative world. Mm-hmm. Whereas, like, I've tried it. I've tried it y'all's way, right? I've done corporate America. I've done the, Betty
fit in the box.
Homemaker. Yeah, had the nice house. Like, I've done it. I'm like, wasn't for me. I'm not saying, hey, if that's your life, kudos to you.
That's great.
It just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me. You look around and you see, like, the only thing I wish I had from, like, the 20-year-olds in Nashville is the energy.
Oh, my gosh.
Because I remember when I was 20, I was like, I could go for days. And I still go for days, but I'm constantly tired.
Well, especially when you have a right at, like, 10, or not a right, but a round at, like, 10
you
p.m.
work a full-time J job.
And you're like, I still got to get up at 7 in the morning.
And then you got to go play.
Yep.
Or you're going to write. And then you got to, it's changing the hats. But, yeah, that's the only thing I wish I still had from my 20s was the energy.
Yeah.
Other than that.
But I like how you're not letting it stop you, though. Like, some people look at their age or where they're at in life and they're just like, oh, I'm too old. Like, you're putting limitations on themselves and they just stop themselves from pursuing their career because of it.
Yeah. I had that look in the mirror with myself when everything was falling down around me. And I remember just going, like, you don't have an excuse. You're not doing this because you're married, because that's not the case. Mm-hmm. You're not doing this because of your career, because that's gone. You have no excuses. You don't have children. You don't have anything stopping you. So the only thing stopping you is yourself and that internal mindset going, don't do it.
Yeah.
And that was the proverbial jump off the cliff, right? It's going, I have no excuses. I got nobody to blame but myself if I don't do this. Mm-hmm. So why not? Let's just give this a try. Worst case scenario, you fall flat on your face. Your music doesn't take off. You're not well received in this town. You can always move. You can always start again, So it's kind of like, why not give it a go?
Yeah.
And, so...
Yeah, and Collins and I have had the conversation many times that, I don't feel like he has any regrets, because had he moved to Nashville in his 20s, he wouldn't be writing what he's writing now. And a lot of why his music hits and stands out so much is because there's so much wisdom in his lyrics. Mm-hmm. And you put that into perspective, I can tell he doesn't really live with regret, because he's like, I know that his timing is perfect and I'm on the right path in the timing of his music. People are so open to that now because his lyrics have so much meaning and depth to them, and people want that now. We went through the bro country phase, everything you were hearing on the radio, and that's not what he writes. Things that move people to the core.
Souls, man.
It's funny that the best compliment I feel like I could ever receive is a quiet room. When a loud bar gets very quiet is one of the best compliments, and you just know in that moment, in those 3 minutes, like they're engaged. When people come up to me afterwards and just go, that song reminded me of, and they're like, you had me in tears. That's the ultimate compliment to a songwriter, is knowing that you have them engaged in what your life experience, because everything I write about is from a firsthand experience. And if it's not my personal firsthand, it's the other person in the room. So when somebody comes over and just says, I can relate because, and they tell you their own story, like that is the ultimate payoff. That's why I love Songwriter Round so much is, number one, you're up there with other artists and other songwriters telling their stories. Most people go to those venues to hear new music that's not on the radio. You get that interaction at the end. I'm like, that's what we do it for, to make a difference in one person's life. Yeah. And as cliche and as cheesy as that is, like it is the fuel that drives you. Like that little bit at the end of a night when somebody says, that song really helped me. I'm going through this right now, and that song really connected to me. It makes you want to go out and write another song, because there's a lot of times, creatives, if you're not a creative and you're watching this, you go through a lot of highs and you go through a lot of lows.
You do.
So you're on a mountain one day and it's literally like the next day you're at the bottom going, what am I doing? What am I doing this for? And you question yourself, and then you get a compliment. And then you're like, that's why I'm doing it. Because it's changing something for somebody internally. And even if it's that one person. And so it gives you that energy to make it to that next kind of peak, because you're going to go through a lot of valleys along the way. And so you're looking for that fuel along the way of other creatives just giving you a little breath of energy, just going, just keep going, just keep going.
Creatives crave connection. And
absolutely.
Our medium is photography, and we're looking for that emotional connection with somebody through an image. And you guys do it through a song. And I'm sure anybody that creates something, you're craving that connection and wanting to relate whatever you're doing, whatever's coming from you, to resonate with somebody else.
Absolutely.
And I think it's the most beautiful thing, and I feel like it's such a gift from God that he's able to give that to us to connect with somebody.
And so, and being a believer too, he's given me this gift. How can I serve him with it? How can I give him the glory? And that's what I want to do, is just give him the glory and write about things that I feel like matter. And there's a lot of writers in town that I've been in rooms like, I just want to write what matters. I want to say something that means something. And not to diss on like the whole bro country era. It was a very profound, a timestamp in country music, but it was saying a lot about nothing. But it's a way of life. But I want to talk about my family. I want to talk about relationships I've had. I want to talk about love, hurt, finances, anything and everything that, because it's something we can all relate to. So that's what I want to write about.
Is there a moment you can pinpoint when you just knew that music is what God called you to do?
I think I always felt it in my gut that this is what I was kind of made to do. I wouldn't say there was a specific moment that stands out. Every time I was ever in, hearing live music, I was like, that's where I'm supposed to be doing. Like, I'm supposed to be up there doing this. And I wasn't. And for a long time, applied myself to my career, to my marriage. I think where it really kind of changed, where the bug really kind of came back, was I was in Memphis at the time, and we had joined a church, Grace Evan. Great church. And I joined the worship team playing the guitar. And then they were like, you sing, don't you? And I was like, a little bit. And so they'd have me do like offertories. But that's where like being on a church stage and being around a band and the whole production, like it really stirred a fire back in me. And I'd have people from the congregation come up to me after like a offertory, if I sang the offertory, and they'd come up and be like, "You should be in Nashville." And I'm like, "Yeah, I've heard that before."
Yeah.
I've heard that before. And then I get to Nashville, not the way I would have planned it. You land in Nashville, and I go to the listening room for the first time, and I was like, "Oh, wow, okay.
This is what it's
These
about."
people are good, really good.
Yeah.
And
well,
so,
that's an intimidating stage by itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's it's the best of the best that touch those stages. And so the first time I got to be on the listening room stage, I was like, all right, this is a huge milestone.
Yeah.
Bluebird. This is a big milestone.
Yep.
Getting to play with certain songwriters. These are big milestones. I'm doing something right. Just being honest, right? 3 chords and the truth. Just continue to kind of spill your guts. And so one of the biggest compliments I think I get is like people have told me, like, your songs are very vulnerable. And that takes a lot of courage. I think a lot of that comes from 2-part. One is like being old enough to just not care. But the second part is just knowing that if I feel a certain way, if I kind of carry something with me, somebody else is carrying that too.
Yeah.
I had a song the other day that really grabbed me, and it was Joe Leathers, if you know him.
Yeah, he's great.
I love his socials.
Yeah.
But he put something out about a song. They kind of walked away thinking like, oh, it's a good song, but probably never going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, but he plugged the song, and I went and listened to it in my car driving, and I'm sobbing like a kid. I'm just like, I can relate to this. Like, that's the kind of music I want to write. I want to know that listeners of my music are having that same interaction.
Oh, yeah.
Of just going, I can relate. I think of it like our grandfather Papaw was a Baptist pastor, and I always say that the signs of a good pastor preacher are the ones where you're sitting in the congregation like, this dude is talking about me right now and only me,
Yeah.
They can just pinpoint it so precisely.
What you're struggling with.
Same thing with a listener in music. Is like, if you're doing your job well as a songwriter, that listener's going, this is my life.
Yeah.
100%.
They just pulled it out of my heart and my brain, and
pried
they sing a song about
into
it.
my personal business and pulled this song out. And those to me are the kind of the epiphany of like a great song.
Oh yeah, those are the ones I put on repeat all the
Absolutely.
time and sing at the top of my lungs because you feel it.
You're snot crying and you're like
Snot
riding down the road. It's just bubbles everywhere.
Voice is cracking. You don't know what's happening.
Let's do this.
People think you're psychotic in the car next to you. Yeah,
it's real emotion, and so that's what attracts me to music. For my grandfather, it was a pulpit. For me, it's a stage and a microphone and a guitar.
Music's for everyone.
Yeah.
It really is.
It really is.
Yeah.
They say math is a universal language, and
we don't
music.
No, we don't math.
We don't math.
but music is nothing really more than math. If you really break it down, it's a lot of numbers, and so music is math. And
in a language that we can understand.
Yes. Exactly. And so that being said, I think that music is the universal language. It's the true connection point. I mean, when you have an American singer-songwriter artist playing over in a country that they don't speak a lick of English, but they're singing every word.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're singing.
They don't know.
Probably. What more of a testament to that being the universal language?
It's true. I sing Enrique Iglesias.
Iglesias.
I sing his songs. I can't say his name, but I sing his songs.
So, it's the universal language.
Yeah,
I always say there's 2 types of people who listen to music and people who listen to music.
Yeah.
And I want to feel something. And if I'm not feeling it hard enough, I'm going to start that song over.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't hit me in the gut right. Let me start it over. I wasn't paying attention to that
I
part.
got to feel every word, and I got to
it.
sing it and feel it at the same time.
I will literally pull over the side of the road if there's a song that I'm like, I need to hear this. I want to hear every breath they take in it. I want to hear every single lyric. Because this one's really speaking to me. There's people that hear music and listen to music.
Yeah.
And I'm a listener of music. Like, I really study it. I listen to it. I'm looking for just lyrical genius, melodic genius, just anything and everything. There's a correlation where you're firing off like the dopamine, right?
Yeah.
In the listener's ears. I got to hear that again. I got to hear it again. I got to hear it again. And that's a kind of the icon of a great song is one that you just want to keep hitting back, start over.
Is there a song that does that for you, like off the top of your head?
Oh, you can't pop quiz me like that. Off the top of my head, no, I can't think of one right now. I'll think of one here in a moment.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
So what was it like growing up with Brittany and having 3 sisters? Because I come from a family where I have 3 sisters and a brother, and I know my brother was so used to just having inappropriate conversations at the dinner table and tolerating our emotions. And like, he handled it really well. So I want to know what it was like for you. You can say anything you want.
It's kind of funny because growing up with 3 sisters is different. Number one, most guys, when you're around, dudes, we like to burp and fart and just be guys, right?
Yeah.
And growing up, when you got a house full of women, that was not encouraged, obviously. Like, mind your manners. But growing up with 3 sisters, my dad traveled a lot, especially early years. I credit a lot of being home with 3 sisters and a mom, and then a dad on the road, with my ability to be able to fix things and kind of the handyman talents that I have. If something broke when Dad was gone, he needed me to fix it.
Yeah.
And that was also kind of our guy time, was going outside and fixing a lawnmower or doing this, doing that.
You stepped into the patriarchy.
Getting to hunt together. He introduced me to that at a young age. He knew, and I think it was just as much for him as it was for me, of having the kind of the man camaraderie, right? Just being around another dude and being able to burp and fart and whatever you want to do in private that you couldn't do inside. But as far as growing up with Brittany and my other sisters, it was great. I mean, I had a great childhood growing up. My dad pulled me aside at a young age and just told me, he said, your responsibility in this house, he was the provider, but I was that second line of defense, that protector, right? And he put that on my shoulders at a young age. And I'm glad he did. It's still with me today. It's something I was really proud of, growing up. I think if you talk to anybody from my high school growing up, they would probably all say the same thing. You mind yourself around a Horton woman, because you got brothers to deal with. Kind of before we started the podcast, we talked about, like, I wasn't mean to her. I was mean to the dude she dated. I answered the doors in a lot of creative ways.
Yes, you did.
And ran some dudes off that I knew just weren't good for her.
Nice.
And
there was one time a guy showed up in pink seersucker shorts.
I don't know if we can say that on this podcast.
Can we name names?
I don't think we should name names,
Yeah,
but
we won't
he knows
name
who he
names.
is. And he showed up in pink seersucker shorts, and I was like, not a good idea.
Wow.
And Dad and I were both home. Yeah, that poor guy. He caught probably a good 30 minutes of just trash.
Oh, he deserved it.
He
We
deserved
gave
it.
him all.
Honestly.
I wish I could say what Dad said, because I still use
Probably
it to this day.
Curtis.
It was great. It was so great. But yeah, pink seersucker shorts.
Wow.
And we gave that guy all kinds of
I
hell.
hope you gave him a hard time.
All kinds of hell.
I hope you gave him a hard time.
I call him Peter Pan.
Dad, it's funny because Brittany's wedding, Dad loves to tell this story, but there was, I won't say this name either, but this guy that was in my class, and he came to pick Brittany up, and I happened to answer the door. I was like, what are you doing here? And my dad just heard this from living room, but he heard me go, what the hell are you doing here?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm here to pick Brittany up. I was like, the f- you are. And I slammed the door in his face. So Dad always told me, he's like, Collins, you got veto power. You know these young men better than I do.
Yeah.
And one thing, I don't know if Brittany's even aware of this, but Dad gave me kind of the extra hour of curfew.
Okay.
So like Brittany was expected home before I was, because Dad's rule was if I was out and Brittany was out, I'm on duty.
Okay.
And if
that makes
Brittany
sense.
calls, if Brittany's in trouble, I'm supposed to go to
pick
the
her up.
rescue. So he kind of let me have that extra hour as my time.
I love that. I think that's smart.
With the guys, and I abused it like you
Of course
would,
you did.
naturally. That was the chance for me to be a boy. But growing up with 3 sisters was challenging, to say the least. But it was, to this day, I mean, there's
you a lot.
nothing I would change about my childhood.
Yeah.
I always wanted a brother, but I had my best buddies that were like brothers to me. And I'm still, to this day, 35 years, friendships with them. We don't talk every day, but when we do, it's like we never missed a beat, So,
That's great. I love that.
I dated some winners.
Honey, didn't we all? Good grief. There's a reason why we're at this point of our
She
life.
did keep me busy.
I kept him busy.
Bet.
Yeah. The funniest one, I do have to say this, but one of them, I won't say names, but his dad was a judge in our county.
Oh, jeez.
I get a phone call from Brittany. She's crying. She's like, so-and-so just left me on the side of the road. And I got his number from somebody else. And I called him and I said, I don't care where you are. I'm about to find you. Oh, gosh. And I'm about to F you up.
Yeah.
You know who my dad is? Like, yeah, I'll mess him up too. Let's
Your
go.
dad's going to agree with me.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Knowing this guy could like put me in jail. This dude's dad could.
Yeah. It's the Mississippi way, I guess.
You know, we're out here in Centerville. There may or may not be a body or two.
We will not confirm or deny.
I know a good place.
I know.
I
feel like you should.
I know a place.
I think every man should know a good place.
Yep.
It's his job.
And the right kind of men that just show up with shovels. Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, Brittany and I would probably do it for each other too. So
Yeah, we would.
I don't think that's a threat. You know?
No, it's just a fact.
It's just.
And people need to know where you stand.
It's the way it is in the South.
Yes.
If you don't like it, move.
Yes. Get out.
Get out. Go back wherever you came from.
We don't want you.
We don't want you. That's right.
When did you guys both notice, you and Brittany, both notice that you had creative gifts, even though they showed up differently?
You know, for me, it was music. It was always music. Besides music, I used to draw a lot. Mm-hmm. My grandfather, Papa, was a cartoonist. He was
cool.
Political cartoonist for his local paper.
No way.
I had a political cartoon published when I was in 3rd grade. We were living in Tupelo at the time. I've got that framed on my wall in my office. At a very early age, it was drawing. I mean, I could literally like recreate anything. I was big into comic books. I'd redraw Spider-Man, Superman, all the characters. And then music came along, and that was my kind of creative outlet. Brittany, from a very early age, it was dance. That was her expression.
That's right. Yeah.
That was her art. And growing up, you know, going to all the ballet recitals and the dance. I played football. You know, she was on the dance team, and so we were on the field together, doing our own bits. Yeah, for her it was dance. When she really kind of got into photography, I guess that was about when I moved to Nashville. She's really taken a lot of interest into it, and I was all for it. Kind of encouraging. And then like you fast forward, 3-4 years, and I'm like, Brittany, I know all these songwriters. I need to introduce you.
Yes.
And then when we met, it was like one of the first things out of my mouth, because you're doing photography for Bourbon Gospel. I was like, my sister does photography. Like, you should meet. And then, you fast forward and here y'all are doing a podcast together. How crazy is that?
It's so crazy.
Isn't that awesome?
So let's talk about how you and I met.
Yeah.
Because I think it's 100% a God story. 100%. And I have to attribute it to Michael Farron. He was the catalyst. Yeah. That man's amazing. And he is everything good in my life right now. So tell us how that all happened.
So the way, just to tell the full story. So I'm playing a show in Columbia at the Mule House with Michael Harder, Mike Lockwood Barr, and Rhonda Funk.
Oh my gosh.
And played a show there. And I saw Michael Farron walk in, and I knew Michael Farron when I was in Memphis, like daydreaming about being a songwriter. You find people on social medias that fall into your algorithm, and he was one of them. And I was like, God, this guy writes damn good songs. Good. Like, this is the kind of songs I want to write. So anyway, I moved to Nashville, and this is 2-3 years after I've been in Nashville. And I never crossed paths with him. And then I'm up on stage, and I was anchor that night. I was going last, but I saw Michael Farron walk in. I was like, oh, crap, that's Michael Farron. That guy's a killer songwriter.
He's a legend, yeah.
And I'm like in my head, like having major turmoil of what songs to play. I just want to impress that guy.
Yeah, that one guy.
The rest of the crowd is irrelevant to me at this point. I just want that guy to think that I'm a good writer.
Yeah.
At the end of the night, and I'm talking to a buddy, and then Michael and a buddy of his are walking up, and they're kind of standing around waiting to say hello. And I'm kind of like, dude, go away. Like the guy I'm talking to, I'm like, just stop talking. Let me talk to this guy.
I've got an appointment.
I don't want to lose this opportunity. So anyway, but he's kind enough to stick around. And so anyway, we talk, and then he's like, man, I got this thing called Bourbon Gospel. It's at the bottom of the Virgin, and I want to have you over there. I was like, cool, man. I'm just elated. Like, Michael
Try not
Farron
to
thinks
look
I'm
nervous.
a good writer. Like, that's cool. I made it. And so I show up at Bourbon Gospel, and then Michael's like, let me introduce you to Alisa, our photographer. So he introduces me to you. It's great to meet you. You know, my sister's photographer. Like, we immediately kind of connect and get to chit-chatting. Michael comes over to me after the show. I remember that, and he goes, man, Alisa Thane. I was like, awesome human being. Yeah. And I was like, dude, you just surround yourself with nothing but good people. And he goes, you need to be friends with her. Like, she is as good of people as you'll ever meet.
I love him so much.
And now you fast forward after almost a year knowing each other. I'm like, I know exactly what he means.
Yeah.
You follow up, you initiate conversation with Brittany, y'all hit it off, and yeah, it's just it is like when you say it's a God thing, God will take away things in your life in order to make room for the things that are really meant for you. Mm-hmm. And that is 100% how I feel in the people and the relationships that I made, because he took so much from me. Mm-hmm. But I think about scriptures that he will give you back the years the locusts have eaten. He's given me so much, and all I've really done is just kind of fallen into what I felt was his calling for me, and just lean into it.
Yeah.
And just trust it. And
be open.
Yeah, and that's why I will always say that the biggest unexpected surprise for me in Nashville is the people. The people that I've met, the relationships I've made. I longed for that for so long. Like looking, like, who are my people? Who are the people that are going to understand me? Understand this desire, this itch, this need that I have to talk through music. And then you move to Nashville. I meet them. And some of them are songwriters. Some of them are photographers. Just creatives. We're just built a little different.
Yeah.
And and I think that's in the best of ways.
I think so too.
I don't think we're better than anybody. We want to
give of ourselves.
We want to give of ourselves, and we want to leave something behind.
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know?
Yep.
And I think that's I think there's something very poetic, very beautiful about creatives just feeling that need to just leave something behind. Because my time on earth is hopefully
it's a blink.
80, 90.
It's a blink, yeah.
Who knows how many years, but I want to know that there's a piece of me left. And not for my own sake, because I can't enjoy it when I'm gone, but for others.
Yeah.
You know, I want to leave it better than I found it. You know, that's the way I was raised.
Yeah. And I got to say, my side, when I first met you and talked to you at the Bourbon Gospel, it was, again, 100% a God moment, because you had said, like, hey, I'm Collins Horton. And we got to talking a little bit, and you said, my sister's a photographer. And I told her, I was like, as soon as you said that, the compelling of the spirit, I was like, I am supposed to meet her. I don't know why, but I'm supposed to meet her. Cool. And she's supposed to be my person. And so we recounted our experience connecting together, but we are so grateful that you were in the right place at the right time where you were supposed to be. Because, but you don't know. You just don't know. Like your everyday decisions. Yeah. You just don't know the domino effect that happens. And
people have put me
inspired.
in. People have introduced me to people that have gone on to be very dear friends. And it's like there's something in your gut that just says, this person's supposed to be here in this moment in my life.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I can honestly say I've never really felt that way prior to moving to Nashville.
Yeah.
Like where I just felt like that profoundness of just going, these people are meant to be in my life. It's a weird thing. I mean, it's hard to describe.
And you're so loved and respected in the industry that when I started coming to your shows and networking as a photographer, people immediately took me in, not knowing me from Adam, but just because I was your little sister. They were like, we love you, we trust you. And it's been really cool to see just how much respect that people have for this guy. He's a stand-up
guy. The community
guy.
in Nashville is amazing. It really is. Just some of the most genuine people.
Yeah.
Not to go into too much detail, but for almost 10 years, I was in a relationship where I was thirsting for like just meaningful conversation.
Yeah.
Just deep. I mean, just the bare bones. Just tell me your
bleeding
dirt
heart,
and let's cry together. Let's whatever. Let's just live.
Yeah.
And then I moved to Nashville, and co-writing was a foreign thing to me. I'd always written by myself. And then all of a sudden you're in rooms and you're having the guts to just go, I got an idea. It's really vulnerable and it's about my own life. And then you're kind of in therapy, as we like to joke and call it. I have had some very deep conversations with people that I've known for all of a matter of hours.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, and it was filling such a huge void that I felt for so long of just having really just meaningful conversation about life. Like, that sucks, dude. You know, like whatever their
Let's
story.
pick it apart.
Let's talk about it. Yeah. Let's have a conversation about divorce, losing a job, whatever it is, like whatever life threw you. Let's talk about it. Let's write about it. And that's been like the most rewarding thing. Music has been paramount in just my healing of a divorce, of going through a really, really kind of rough exit. I tell people, I'm like, when I say music, like, saved my life, like, music saved my life. Like, I don't know where I would be. Number one, if I were still where I was, just miserable. I mean, I was miserable.
Yeah.
And now, don't get me wrong, I mean, I still got my struggles and like everybody else, but it's like, cool.
But you found your outlet.
You find your outlet. And my favorite thing to do is when you're in a room and there's one writer that has something that's very meaningful to them. And even if it doesn't turn out to be just the best song we've ever written, I was never good at compartmentalizing my emotions. For me, it's, I got to give it a box to put it in. And for me, that box is a song. And then I can put it on the shelf. And if I ever want to reattach myself to that thought, that emotion, I can play that song for myself. And then I can put it right back on the shelf where it belongs. But it's a way for me to compartmentalize. Some people can do that internally. I'm not that person. I know how therapeutic it is to just go, oh, that gave that a place to go.
Yeah.
Now I can move on with my life.
Yeah.
Because that part's out of me.
It's true.
Yeah.
You got to let it go.
And you know, as men, you know, you're expected to kind of bottle it up.
Yeah, I think that's stupid.
Choke on it,
Don't
you
do
know,
that.
swallow your pride.
Yeah,
And,
don't
you
do
know,
that.
I see that in a lot of men that I have a lot of admiration for. And it's not me. If I'm feeling it, some other dude's feeling it. I
And it
want to
needs to
say
be talked
something
about.
so hopefully that person can know they're not alone. Whether they come up to me afterwards and say, hey man, that song really, like, you never know the impact you're having.
Yeah.
You know some of them, because some of those people will come talk to you, but a lot of people won't. And that's fine. You know, because some people will walk away just going, okay, I'm not crazy, because that guy feels the same, exact same way I do. Therefore, I'm not crazy. You know, you never know.
It's
you
true.
never
It's
know
validating.
what a kind word and just talking about something can do for somebody else.
Yeah.
Like, we'll never really know the weight of the words the way we interact with other people.
It's true.
I want to go back to the bourbon gospel story for just a minute, because the God moment for me and all of that was, I remember Collins calling me, telling me, like, hey, I met Michael Farron the other night at Mule House.
I was so giddy.
He was so giddy, and I had never heard of Michael Farron before.
Yeah.
But, you know, Collins has said he's a huge hit songwriter, and he said he asked me to play this show, so that was before he met you.
Yeah.
And so I looked up Michael Farron, and first thing I saw was that he wrote Trust in You by Lauren Daigle. And Trust in You by Lauren Daigle was my best friend Lauren's favorite song. She passed away in 2017. And she actually sent that song to me in a text message, and it was one of our last text exchanges.
Wow.
And that song has probably had the most impact on my life. And so it's like, out of all of the songs in the world, he wrote that. And then I met you through that. It just gives me full body chills.
Yeah.
That it's like God is in every
Everything.
detail.
You see the puzzle
of this
pieces
story,
being put
and
together.
I was like, Collins, I called him. I said, he wrote Trust in You by Lauren Daigle. Are you kidding? That's
insane.
Insane.
Yeah.
Like, of all the songs, I can't tell you how many times I have played that song, and it reminds me of Lauren every time, and knowing that that was her favorite song right before she passed away. She sent it to me, and he wrote it, and that's how we are all connected.
Jeez.
It's just unreal.
It's so beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It really is.
God.
And I don't know why I'm so surprised every single time something like that happens.
know.
I'm always just like, I see you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
you'd think that you would kind of get used to it and just be like, I'm just not surprised, but I am. I'm always just so in awe, just like, wow.
Nothing is coincidence.
Yeah,
Nothing.
Exactly. It's just like, okay, like
every minuscule detail is him.
The cleverness, the cleverness is just great storyteller. He is
kind of humorous.
Yeah. It really is. Like when you look back, you're just okay. That sucked. I hate that you made me go this route.
Right.
But I see what you did.
But
there.
I see why.
I see what you did there. Yeah,
because this wouldn't have been possible without this.
Yeah.
I've always known you were supposed to be in Nashville, so I moved to Nashville in 2017.
I was so jealous. She told me she was moving to Nashville. I'm like.
And I remember I'd never been to a songwriter round before, and I remember going to my first songwriter round and texting Collins, "You're supposed to be here. This is what you're supposed to be doing.
Why aren't you on this stage right now?
Why aren't you here?" So I've always known, but when did you know this is where I'm supposed to be? I am in the right place. Was there a moment that you were like, "Yes, this is it," or did you always know too?
I mean, I always knew that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. It was kind of the reassurance. I feel like I get those kind of moments, kind of back to the thought of like you go through your highs and lows in this business. There's those reaffirmation moments where I question myself a lot. I mean, it's easy to. Been here 4 years. Don't get me wrong. In retrospect, 4 years is not a long time. They call it a 10-year town. I'm not even halfway.
Yeah.
Okay, I get a lot of positive feedback, but I don't have a pub deal. I don't have any record labels talking to me like, what am I doing wrong, you know? And you question a lot of stuff. You throw yourself out there and you pitch songs and they don't get picked up and you're like, okay, I thought that was it. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Terry Jo Box, who I didn't know moving into Nashville who she was as a writer, but I knew one of her songs that she was a co-writer on, which is Bible in a 44.
Oh, yeah.
And I played that song for one of my friend's dad's memorial. Mm-hmm. And that was the first time I'd been introduced to Ashley McBryde. And that was the song. And I'm like, I'll try to play this without crying the whole time. And I pretty much did. Because it described his dad to a T. And then you fast forward, I'm in Nashville and I'm playing the Freak Show. Well, the first time Terry and Joe and I would like just talked. And I had mentioned something about that song. And she's like, yo, thanks. And I was like, thanks.
I know.
Huh? She's like, yeah, I was one of the writers on that. I'm like, shut your face. That's one of the best songs I've ever heard.
Yeah.
You know, so you have one of those little moments, and then like a Michael Farron, you know, I get to be on stage with Pam Tillis. There's all these reaffirmations of you're right where you need to be.
Yep.
Just keep showing up.
Keep doing it.
Keep pouring your guts out.
Yep.
You know, just keep daring to
be bold,
be vulnerable, and just keep going. I've found a lot of comfort in being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, same. Yeah.
Yeah. You get, after you jump out of that plane so many times without a parachute, you're kind of like,
you kind of crave it.
I know I'm going to bounce when I get there.
Yeah.
It might hurt a little bit like it did last time.
But it's exciting.
But let's do this.
Yeah.
And so you just kind of keep jumping, knowing that some way, somehow, you're going to feather your way down. So you just keep going. And you just keep jumping out of the proverbial plane.
Jumping up. Parachute or
Here
no
we
parachute? We're doing it.
Yeah, exactly. You're just like, whatever, let's do this.
I have actually jumped out of a plane before.
I haven't.
I will not. I'll
I
record you coming down. I'll record you.
I want to.
I'm one and done.
Yeah.
Oh, you've done it and you're
now
done.
that I'm a mom, you know, I'm like,
I know. See,
scared of
that's
that
my
kind
thing.
of
I'm like,
stuff
I got
now,
people to live for, so
before,
kind of a thing.
Before, I was an adrenaline junkie. Now I'm like, no, I'm not real sure I even want to go on that ride.
Well, Caleb wants to, and he's like, when I turn 18, you're going with me. And I'm like, oh, I'll think about it.
I had
You can go with Caleb. There you go.
I didn't fly on a plane. This is a funny little story, but I didn't fly on a plane for my first time until I was like 22 years old.
What?
Yes. This is crazy.
We didn't go many
and I was
places.
Dating, our family did not.
We did not vacation.
Dad traveled enough for work that was like, travel's like, nope, we're staying home.
We're staying home.
Yeah.
The girl I was dating in college was living in California, so I went to go visit her. And this is the first time I flew on a plane. But prior to that, I had this idea in my head. The first time I ever fly, I want to skydive. So the second time I fly, I can be on a plane and be real nervous. And the person's like, you nervous about flying? I'm like, yeah, I've never landed before. I've flown before, but I've never landed before. And they'd be like, what?
What?
Yeah, just to see the bewilderment
Are you
on their
bad
face.
news?
Like, What's wrong with
Yeah.
you? Yeah. The first plane, and I'm like, no, I jumped out of it. Yeah. So
It's a bit of a riddle.
I can't say that anymore. I've
Yeah.
flown a lot.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I
you're
hate
going
flying.
everywhere now.
I can't stand flying.
Oh,
They
man.
make it so painful.
They really
TSA,
do.
you do better. Do
Yeah.
better.
We're calling you out. And every single airline.
Do better.
Especially
Every single-
Utah.
Oh, my
That
gosh.
was some craziness.
Hey, didn't you lose your luggage or something like that?
Yes, they lost my luggage, but just getting through security because I had all of my camera equipment,
Yeah.
you would have thought I was carrying bombs.
I know, right?
It was crazy.
They always tear my bags apart. And I never check baggages anymore. I'm always carry on. And I'm like, I can't. It's my camera.
It's
equipment.
ridiculous.
I can't.
They're like, do you have any of these items in your bag? I'm like, uh-huh.
Why don't you take a look? Why don't you find out?
That's right. Like you're not going to go just pilfer
Do
through
it
my
anyway.
stuff anyway.
Yeah. Drives me nuts.
TSA.
So how did your season of transition from Memphis to Nashville, how did that not only change you as an artist, but as a man?
A lot of change there. I think one, finally feeling like I was fulfilling my purpose in life. It's a very profound feeling that I never felt. I always knew when I was in the liquor business for so long. Just kind of stumbled into it. But I always knew that wasn't where I was going to retire. I knew I didn't want to. Mm-hmm. I didn't know how I was going to get out of it because you get comfort, back to comfort as a drug. I was comfortable making good money. Bosses like, be here as long as you want. I knew that path was for me if I wanted it. I'm a big believer that the most growth you'll ever make in your life is going to be during the tough times. Mm-hmm. You learn nothing in success. You learn everything
100%.
in failure. Having been a failure as far as being asked to step away from my job, going through a divorce, everything that I spent so much time and so much energy building was just crumbled around me. There's an old poem by Rudyard Kipling that I think about often, and I wish I had it memorized. There's a line in it. If you can lose everything in one turn of pitch and toss and build it all back up again and never breathe a word about your loss. And I never knew what that meant until I went through what I went. The poem's called If. Basically, if you can do all these things, then you'll be a man. Mm-hmm. I understood that after everything kind of fell apart because I did have to just rebuild. But then I think about some other words of wisdom I'd received along the way. It's like you're never really starting over at the beginning or at the starting line because you have wisdom, you have experience, and that's invaluable. Me at 40 is still miles ahead than somebody at 20 because I have life experience. So that being said, number one, my faith has grown exponentially because I had nothing else except faith to know that this is what I'm supposed to do, or this is what I feel in my gut that I'm supposed to do. And so you just dive head first and you trust it. I will say that the changes that it's made in me as a human being, I'm far more forgiving, far more patient. Being a songwriter has made me such a better listener. Mm-hmm. Selfishly, I'm listening for a song idea when people talk to me. But no matter what the reason for it is, I talk less and I listen more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody has something to say. We all have our story. And the only thing that's unique, or the only thing that anybody might find interesting about my story, is that it's mine. Mm-hmm. There's nothing that unique about it. We all have our own story, and some of them are tougher than others, but either way, we all have our own story. And I want to hear people's stories, like why people are the way they are. I love hearing how people got to Nashville, how they got in music.
Yeah.
Because we all probably did it against somebody's wiser words, like really, we're all kind of daring to be different and daring to kind of challenge ourselves. But there's that thing in us that connects us all, and that's that willingness to try and that willingness to go for it. And so in a lot of ways, that's come out more in me, being willing to just throw caution in the wind. At 43 years old, still got kind of that old man sneaking in where it's like, you got to be thinking about your future. But then also, all right, where's the balance of just risking it all?
Yeah.
And then being mature, being responsible. There's a balance in there for a guy like me. I can honestly say I like the person that looks back at me in the mirror.
That's a big deal.
Yeah,
That is
huge.
honestly a big deal.
And I still have checklists of things that I want to do and ways that I want to be better. But I've learned to live in a moment. Like right now, I'm in this moment.
Yeah.
Let's just be in this moment right now. What's waiting outside that door is irrelevant. And if it's in the woods, and I'm in that moment. If it's on a stage, I'm in that moment. That's easy to say, and I used to hear people talk about that. Live in the moment. I'm like, just shut up.
Yeah.
But like I've figured it out. Be immersed in that moment. Your finances, whatever struggles you're going through, like it's all gonna wait. It's all still gonna be there.
And in the end, it doesn't matter.
So just
it really doesn't.
exactly. It doesn't. It doesn't. It's all fleeting. So just be in that moment. But how many times I can sit here and think back, like, I wish I had done that different. I wish I had done that. And that's only because I knew, looking back, I know I wasn't in that moment.
Right.
Like I let so much opportunity pass me by because I didn't
because you were distracted with life.
Because I was distracted. So just be in the moment.
Yep.
Take it as it comes.
And capture those memories in between.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then that's what y'all do so beautifully well. Is I love seeing the photography, because what I do is I try to fit sometimes a lifetime into 3 minutes, and y'all do it in one photograph. To me, that's an even tougher medium, because I'm like, I only get 3 minutes to say what I want to say. We get one shot. One shot. Yep. Literally one shot. That's very profound, you know, and when you do it and you do it well and you do it right, you don't need words.
No.
A picture is worth 1,000 words, as the expression goes.
It really is.
And what y'all do is, to me, just so much more profound than what songwriters like. We use instruments to make you feel, and then lyrics to drive that message home, whereas y'all are just like, just a photograph.
Look at that.
And you can just stare at it and go, I feel 1,000 things right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The way you edit, the way you capture everything.
Right, you can really study it.
It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant.
Is it Creed that sings that song, Look at This Photograph?
That's Nickelback.
Nickelback, yeah. I was like, no, but it's close.
Every time I do some
That's going to be stuck in my head now. That's like when he said that, it just instantly entered my brain.
Yeah.
Nickelback.
Look at this photograph.
Bring Nickelback back.
I like Nickelback.
I actually heard them on the way
I don't know why everybody hated on them.
I have that one song. It's called Back.
Yes, you do.
But it gives...
You highlight them.
Yeah, that's right.
It's
you call people out.
Instead of looking at this photograph.
Yeah.
Hoping for a comeback like Nickelback. Where are you at, Nickelback? Come on.
Okay, I want to make sure everybody knows where to find you. So drop all of your handles. And also we want to hear what's next for Collins Horton music.
TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. They're either Collins Horton or Collins Horton Music. Some have underscores, some don't. I made it very confusing for all of you. Only because I'm an idiot and I didn't think ahead. But you can find me, Collins Horton Music. There are imposters out there. I deal with them every day.
Yeah.
It's the most frustrating thing. Like, who are you people? I want to meet you because I have a place out here in Centerville. I want to show you. There's a hole that I wanted to show you. What's next? So playing all the rounds, doing all the things. And then tentatively, January 8th, be doing a full band showcase at 3rd and Lindsley.
Why aren't we the first to hear about this?
It's still talk.
Oh, no, we're making it happen.
Yes.
You put it out there, and now we're going to make it happen.
So, Michael Self, it's his, I think, 3rd anniversary for Living the Right Life. He's going to be doing a show at 3rd and Lindsley, and he asked me if I would be willing to do a full band showcase, and I said, sure, why not?
I think I can put that on my calendar.
Yeah. So, no, I'm excited about it. I've done some, small 2-3 piece, but that'll be my first full band. I'm terrified and excited all in the same
I was going to say,
day.
we're so excited.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So
I do want you to talk a little bit because you don't have many songs on Spotify.
Right.
And
No,
you
I
are
don't.
sitting on so many songs that you have not released. So part of it, if you want to hear his new stuff, you got to go see him, basically.
Yeah.
But let's address
method
that.
to the madness.
I know there
so putting out music costs money. Number one. Number two, I'm not one that I want to do things half-hearted. If I'm going to do it, I want to do it, and I want to do it right.
Yeah.
Meaning I want to get the best producer money can buy, the best musicians money can buy, the best studio, all the things. I'm not knocking anybody that's dropping new music every 6, 7, 8 weeks. That's not my method. I just don't want to. I don't want to get caught up in just throwing stuff at a wall.
Yeah,
Sometimes
deadlines.
I feel like it's kind of what it feels like to me.
Yeah.
So that being said, it's trying to figure out kind of the financials of things, because like if I do it, I want to do it right. I want to do it very well. I've put a lot of love, a lot of time, a lot of attention into the songs that I've written, and I want to do them justice. I want to be able to have a marketing team that can help push it,
Good thing we know people.
kind of get it the press that I feel like it deserves. And so that's 2026 plans, Lord willing, and I know he will find a way. I feel like I've got the songs, and that was my goal. I didn't move here to be an artist. I really moved to Nashville to be a songwriter. My goal was to come in and just write some really great songs, and I feel like I've got some really great songs.
you do.
Now I just want to start putting them out to the world
Yes.
and let the world decide if they're great.
I mean, that's why we keep showing up to shows, because we know that's the only place we can hear it. So
Like I said, method to the madness.
I know.
If
But
you want,
have
if you want to
some-
hear them, you got to come see me.
I do get the audio file, so I'm lucky
Yeah,
that I
Brittany,
can play
yeah.
them in my car. My
Brittany
son
and my
loves to listen
family,
to them.
Privileged.
they get, well, you get a lot of
I
them
get
too.
some, but not all.
I've sent you just about all of them.
I know, but not enough.
I send my trusted few the demos and the work tapes, and to get honest, candid feedback.
Yeah.
Jonah calls him Bubba. Every time we get in the car, he wants to listen to Bubba's song.
Yep.
And for a while, it's like, it's these same 3 songs on repeat. You better start
On these
sending me
audio files that
some
we
other
can't screen
stuff.
save.
So, yeah.
He'll open that door when that door's ready to be
Yep.
open.
Yep.
So
And that's what we're
I have
learning,
no doubt
right?
in that. Yep.
Yeah.
No doubt in that.
His
So,
timing. Yeah.
This
exactly
podcast
right.
is probably going to do it for you.
Oh my gosh.
I hope so.
It's going to do it for you, because it's going to go everywhere. And the people are
Other
going to be
not-
like, who
other-
is this Collins Horton? He's amazing. We need to hear all his songs now. Post haste.
Cheerio.
Cheerio. Jimmy Smuck. You ready for your rapid fire?
Sure.
I mean, they're not as good as the first ones, but a dream duet partner, dead or alive.
Oh my gosh, these are good questions.
We just started.
I know, but that's like right out of the gate. Dream duet.
Dream duet, dead or alive. So that opens a lot of doors.
I feel like I know who he's going to say.
She probably.
I was like, write it down
I want to
and
hear
pass
your
it to
guess.
I
I will
think you're
stay
going to
true.
say Ella Langley.
Yes.
me. Oh, there you go.
I think our voices would do really well together. I really do.
I think they really
I think
would.
she's got a really cool texture tone to her voice, and I feel like a duet with her would be pretty killer.
Okay, we'll see who we can find on
Mm.
that. Ella, contact us, please. Okay.
Contact me.
Ella's people.
No, I love what she's doing in music right now, in country.
Yeah. Song you wish you had written.
Oh my gosh, that's a long list. It's on Spotify. Reed Foley put it out. One of the writers, Jeremy Edward, who I just played with the other night, good buddy of mine. They have a song called "A Lot to Unpack,"
Ooh,
Oh,
a
that
story of
sounds
my
great.
and
life.
it is a breakup divorce song. And first time I heard it, I had to like man the F up on stage and not cry.
Yeah.
Because I pride myself that nobody's ever made me cry to
Yeah.
a song, like in public.
Okay.
I have in my car, but in public, I've never teared up. But that first time I heard it, Reed played it. I was in a round with him, and I was like, "That's my life."
Yeah.
That literally, I have lived every single word of that song. And I
Wow.
told Jeremy and Reed the same thing. I said, I have literally lived back to what we were saying earlier, like a song that connects, where you're like looking around the congregation, like, this pastor is singling me out again.
Yes.
You know, that's what that song did for me. It's like, this is my life. This is, I have lived that moment. 4 years ago, I lived that, because
Yeah.
it is to the T. And the whole time I was listening to it, I was like, God, I should have written this. You remember VH1 used to have
Oh, yeah.
storytellers.
Oh, yeah.
One of my favorite shows growing up. But I remember Garth Brooks. I was a big Garth Brooks fan growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And he was on there. But I remember him saying that sometimes things are so close to us that we can't see it. Much like when you know somebody's dating the wrong person. Like, you see it, they
Right.
don't, because they're
Right.
too close. Very similar in music sometimes. When you're in the emotion, it's hard to write about it. It's
I
when you
believe
get
that.
past it that you can kind of see it for what it is.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
And
Hindsight.
that's kind of the way I think about this song, because I don't think either one of them have been through like a divorce or like truly lived every second of that. But I was like, I have lived every lyric of that. And then sometimes I think other people can capture that better than you can, even though you have the real life experience in it.
Well, and sometimes you don't know your truth until you say it out loud.
Agreed.
And so when you're in a
good like that,
room, and they're pulling the truth out of you, you're like, oh, shoot, man. Like, just realize that.
Yeah. I don't know how many streams they're up to now, but I would probably dare say I'm responsible for close to half of them, whatever that number is. I listen to that song a lot. That song should be all over radio if you ask me. And I'll say that. I'll daringly say that on here, is that the best songs are not on radio right now.
Oh my gosh.
100% agree with
it's
The
that.
more you go to writers' rounds, we're just like,
What?
the stuff on radio's crap.
That's been the most eye-opening thing about being in Nashville and being in the songwriting community, is like hearing the best songs. And you're going, why is it? You know, it's double-edged sword, because the best songs are not on radio.
No.
100% agree.
Yeah.
They're not.
Can confirm.
We need
They're
everybody to
not.
go to songwriters'
I've heard
rounds.
them. They're in Nashville. Go to a songwriter round. You'll hear
I
the best
just
songs.
listen to all of our songwriter friends all the time. That's
That's
like
all
the
I
only
listen
people
to,
I
too.
listen to.
Yeah.
I honestly don't
listen to
really
mainstream.
listen to a whole lot of radio anymore. The music I want to hear is my friends in the bars playing the rounds.
Yep.
You know, I know their words, their lyrics by heart,
And where it comes from.
and I know the story behind it,
Yeah.
the person that it's coming from. Yeah. Where I'm like, that is authentic. What they are saying is authentic.
And it means something.
Yep. When it comes directly from the source,
It's way different.
it hits.
And to hear the
totally-
songwriter actually
totally.
sing it, we've talked about this
Totally
before.
different.
Songwriters usually do it.
They do it so
90.
much more justice than somebody
It hits
covering
totally different.
Yeah.
It really does.
it. Okay, favorite movie quote.
You're a daisy if you do.
You had that locked and loaded.
Tombstone is best movie ever made.
love
bar
that
none.
movie.
Best quoted movie. My dad and I quote it all the
Oh my
time.
All the
gosh,
time.
Yes,
I could
my
literally
dad
turn
loves
that movie on, hit mute, and recite every.
Read the script.
I could literally recite that whole movie, every line of it. Love that movie. Yeah.
It's so good. Okay, guilty pleasure.
I ain't gonna lie, I like an occasional cigarette.
Okay.
I was never a smoker. I smoked in college. I'd buy like a pack and it'd last me a week.
Yeah.
I was about to call you out on that.
I'm more of an occasional smoker these days, like at the bar.
Yeah.
You know, play around. My buddies that smoke, I'll go outside and smoke one with them. You
Yeah.
know, I like a cigarette.
Camaraderie of the moment.
It's something like, especially like here at camp around like a fire. Like there's just like cigars, cigarettes.
yeah. Just does it for you.
It's just it. Yeah. I would say like it used to be when only when I drank. I don't drink anymore. But every once in a while, like I still want a cigarette.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear like the cigar smoke and the cigarette smoke, like it gives the raspiness to the songwriter. So
Yeah.
you know, it's medicinal
It
at that point.
I've always
right?
wanted one of those raspy voices, like some of those
I feel like you
singers that have
You
like.
do have one, though.
especially it doesn't come out on every song. That's my favorite when you sing songs and like the raspiness and like the
Yeah.
gritty side comes out. Like
'Cause
when you
it's
sing
already
back,
deep.
like that's
Oh,
one of
yeah.
my favorites because your voice gets so gritty on that. So it's not in every song, but in a lot of them. Yeah, it
Yeah,
works.
way back there.
It's like a bear
Yeah.
coming out of the woods.
Spirit animal.
Yeah, there you
That
go.
is my spirit. Somebody asked me the other day, like, what's your spirit animal? And I was like, a bear. Totally. Totally. Like to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big.
I feel like mine's a panda bear because they just fall off of things and they just sit there and eat and they don't care about anything. And I feel like that's
Just
legit my
sucking on
life.
your
Yeah,
bamboo,
just my
just-
sugar cane or whatever. And I'm just like, there's a swing. Let's go sit on it, see if we can fall off it. Exactly.
Yeah.
I love it.
You ever watch them in the zoo? They just
It's
they
100%
look
my
at you with
TikTok
such
algorithm.
judgment
Is it
eyes
really?
as they
I've
gnaw
seen-
on their bamboo
They
stick.
do. Yeah.
Like, what are you looking at?
Yeah. They're judgmental, but
My
you can't do anything
algorithm
about
is
it.
sea turtles, but I don't think I'm a sea
Oh, no.
turtle.
Mine's giant panda bears falling off stuff and eating.
That's amazing.
Somebody
all
was
it
giving
is.
me a hard time about my algorithm because I guess they were watching me swipe. I love working with my hands. I love fixing things, and I
Yeah.
love just watching the way things are made.
Yeah.
And so, like, one of them was like this dude welding something. And it was
Cool.
like a 2-minute long video. I watched every second of it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know what they're making, but I'm in.
Yeah.
And they're just like, your algorithm. I was like, I know, I love it.
I
It's
know.
great.
It's
I
great.
love watching people make crap.
TikTok
Yeah.
knows.
I know. They
Yeah.
know. If you have welding videos, send them to me.
Forward them to Collins Horton
That's
Music, a bunch of underscores.
A bunch. Maybe not underscores.
Maybe an
who
underscore,
knows?
maybe
Yeah.
not. That's why you
Maybe
should
not.
have let
You'll
your
have to find
sister
it.
Yeah.
manage your socials for you.
Man.
But
Gonna get
you know,
called
next time.
out. That's what you
If you
get.
want to find me, you'll find me.
Yeah, it's true.
And I would say thanks for stopping by, but we are at your deer camp, technically.
Yeah.
It's my home away from
We're in
home.
your element.
This is where I want to be when I'm not on a stage.
We love it.
Is in the woods.
We've been hunkering out
Yeah,
here.
so he hunted this morning and then came to our
I gotta-
podcast.
Yeah.
Got a skinwalker to go find out there.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You don't have your face paint on, though.
Something's funny. Something funny. I forgot my face paint.
Shoot.
But you know, there is a cool trick, and I was going to do it just for this.
Yeah.
There's a wine cork in one of the drawers.
Okay.
You take a lighter and a wine cork.
Okay.
It has to be a real cork, but you burn the end of it, and
Okay.
it chars, and then you can use that as face
Ooh.
paint. It's a little bush hack.
Okay. Okay. I'll put that in my back pocket for later.
So in my duck hunting bag, I have a lighter and a cork in case I forget my face paint.
Well, I have a makeup bag. So
And I was like, you've got a MacGyver pouch, and
Yeah.
she's got the real thing.
Yeah, she's got the real thing.
Well, our shutter's full.
Our shutter's
Our
full.
That's a great sign off.
That's how we're going to close
That
it.
is brilliant.
It's great.
I want to say I'm so damn proud of you two for
Aw,
doing this.
thank
This is
you.
so great. And when
Thank
Brittany
you.
told me the name,
Yeah.
I was like,
We all died.
well, we had that same moment with Country Cures.
Yeah.
When Brittany was
yeah.
the brain trust in that and like coming up with ideas. And as soon as I saw Country Cures, I was like, that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
And then when she's
Yeah.
like Shutters Full, I was like, that's it.
That's it.
It's
Yep.
brilliant. It's
Same.
so brilliant.
Yeah.
So brilliant.
That was
Good
a
ideas
fun
every
little.
now and then.
I actually screenshotted all our text streams. I'm like, this is
I
going to be
love that.
iconic one day. And it's going to.
You save that. It's gonna
Oh,
get
And I
I
love
saved
that
it.
y'all, you got your Collins Horton, you got
I do.
Damn It
Or
Walter.
Damn It Walter.
And where is
Yeah.
Walter? I don't know where
We
he
gotta
is.
go find him.
I do have him on trail cam. I have to show you those pictures.
Oh, yeah,
He's
okay.
he's with a lady.
Oh, well, then we'll give him 10 minutes.
Walter making some Walter babies. Yeah,
We'll
he
give
is.
him a few minutes and then we'll
Walter,
go find
Walter
him.
is our pet deer at deer camp, for those of you who don't know.
Yeah.
Walter has become a man, I believe.
Oh my gosh. I can't wait to see the photos.
He's
He's
got a
walking
lady
different.
friend.
He's got armpit hair and everything.
Had a cigarette in his mouth. Yeah. I might have given it to him.
I was going to say, Sharon.
Yeah.
You guys are having a little moment out there in the woods.
You know, I'm proud of Walter.
Yeah.
He's come a long
He's
way.
a big guy now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being on our podcast.
Thank you for having me.
We cannot wait to
been
see
real.
where you're going to go. And we're going to
I can't
literally be
either.
2 steps behind you the whole way, just
Who
so
knows
you know.
where it's going, but let's go.
Oh, it's going to be amazing.
gonna be fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
It's all about the journey, right?
It's a roller coaster. Let's
Yeah.
go.
We're going.
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll come with you. So,
I've
just so you
been
know, you
stuck
already
with
have
this-
your
I've been
photographers.
stuck with this guy my whole life.
I know, right? You're not going
I'm
anywhere.
not going anywhere.
She says
Yeah.
stuck. She loves it.
I know. No, I love it.
Yeah.
It's good times.
It's going to be great.
Awesome. Love y'all.
Love
Love
you
you.
too. We're proud of you.
Thank you.
Very proud.
Proud of y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love y'all.
We gone.
We are there.
Shutters.